Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you guys seen this, link, this thing, that I wrote. Thanks to my rage, at reading the patch notes. Uh, I'm a bit, salty, if you may. I'm gonna just go ahead and read, and as I read, I'm gonna add a little bit of things. Okay, I understand LeBlanc is a bit overpowered, but that doesn't mean you could go and shit on her in 3 patches. First patch was understandable, and I 100% agree with it. And how LeBlanc was OP was that she was able to one-shot people with her E, fed or not fed. And what they did with that is they brought down her E damage. Now the second patch was a patch toward her wave clear at level 2, which no one should be able to clear level 2. Understandable. Once again, 100% agree with that. And what they did is they brought down her percentage damage toward minions on her Q, and they increased the damage in general on her Q, which was smart. That was smart. Instead of bringing down the flat damage, it wouldn't help. It would just make LeBlanc weak toward champions, but strong against minions, which would still not help her OP stat, OPness against against the minions at level 2. Now, now we come to the third patch, and what they have done is they brought down the damage by, it may seem a little, but you know, minus 10 at level 1, minus 15 at level 2, minus 20, minus 25, minus 30, and minus 45. Minus 45 is a shit ton if you think about it. And it may not look like a lot, but it also takes 1.5 seconds of you to proc that damage. And in between that 1.5 seconds, you're standing still doing nothing. I mean, you could auto attack while you're standing still, and that's what you do, but it's still negative, which is basically minus, it's negative 45, which is basically minus 1 auto attack. You've just not auto attacked for 1.5 seconds. I don't know how to say this, but you've lost an auto attack. And what that does is, okay, here's an example that really helps. Okay, how many times have you guys been able to really closely kill that one mid lane champion, but you just needed that one auto attack, that one auto attack, that little tiny teeny health. All you need to do is just one auto attack, and boom, they're gone. You beat them. They took away that one auto attack from LeBlanc in this patch. That's gone. You need to add an extra auto attack into your combos to make up for this nerf. One auto attack is a lot when your attack speed is point 60 or something like that. That's a lot. Okay? And not to mention, this passive isn't like Nars where it, as soon as you proc it, it comes back up and you can proc it again. You have to wait another 40, I mean 40, 5 or 4 seconds for the passive to come back up so you could get the proc the passive again by doing another 2-hit combo W, and then wait 1.5 seconds and then Q, or you could just press E, 1.5 seconds for the E to proc, and then you get the passive, and then you have to wait another 4 seconds, which is, I don't think that's smart. Well, I guess it's smart, but it's a little bit of long. It's a little bit too long to wait for a assassin. I mean, I understand it's a burst assassin, but they're taking that burst away from her. You know, minus 45, that burst is just disappearing slowly. They're slowly just choking her. All right, well, and if you guys don't believe me, let's look at a champion. Top tier, the best mid lane champion right now, Syndra. Her Q can do what my W and Q can do, and has a lower cooldown than those. Has better zoning than those. How is that? How is that right? Think about that. How is that even correct? Let's go ahead and look at the most dumbest thing. But let's compare LeBlanc CC to Syndra CC. I understand that's not what they're about. They're about burst. But let's take a look at LeBlanc CC burst compared to Syndra's CC burst, which is Syndra's main combo. That's Syndra's main combo. The fucking QE QW W combo and then into R. That's the main Syndra combo, you know? It has CC in it. Now, let's look at LeBlanc's. She needs to do her E, waits 1.5 seconds, while Syndra only needs to wait how many seconds? Zero? No, probably 0.1 second for the cast time. And then boom, you're stunned. Now Syndra's that leaves Syndra set up for her next combo, which also happens in really quick time. You know, it's like QE and then Q and then WW or QE W Q like that. And how is that right when LeBlanc after her E, all she can really do thanks to her fucking passive that takes 4 to 5 seconds to come back up to do that damage. How is that fair, nerfing that damage? It's just not correct. This is just dumb. What are they doing is dumb, and I'm not even gonna go into this. Okay, they're bringing it up slowly, right? But that's 40. That's I'm not sure, but that's just what I'm at. It's just dumb. I really don't understand it. LeBlanc may be a little bit, not even a little bit anymore. She's actually really balanced. She's really balanced. If you play LeBlanc, as long as I've played her, right now she's the balance that she could be. She's in that nice gray zone of it's just really nice. You know, when the new LeBlanc first came out, she was OP. She was OP as fuck. One shotting, wave clearing, OP as fuck. But now she's balanced. She's nice, and they're just gonna destroy that. They're gonna fucking kick LeBlanc in the mud. Well, anyways, thank you guys for watching. Well, more like hopefully you guys actually listen to me. And yeah, just tell me why am I wrong? You know, in the thing I'm about to post or in the comments or something, just tell me why I'm wrong. Uh, Thank you. Goodbye.